Hi, we're Yvonne and Jeremy. We got married last year, and now we're exploring the US full-time. After enjoying stunning Grand Teton National Park, we headed further east to Rapid City, South Dakota, the city of presidents. Over the next few weeks, we'll be sharing with you our many South Dakota reflections and adventures. But first, we're headed to North Dakota's Theodore Roosevelt National Park. We are about to begin 24 hours at Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Now, this is a park where Theodore Roosevelt, before he became president, actually grieved for the loss of his mom and of his wife. We're excited to see and explore some of the wildlife and the badlands and the different formations in this area.
I have a very controversial opinion. I'm eating a PB&J right now, and hands down, crunchy peanut butter is better than creamy peanut butter. What do you think, Jeremy?
Disagree.
Our first stop on the scenic loop is the prairie dog town. Here you see just lots and lots of black-tailed prairie dogs running around chasing each other and also making their routine barks every time I try to get closer. I love these animals because they're so curious and they're just running around everywhere and then sometimes going back into their mounds. They'll be running around chasing full speed and then they stop very suddenly and then they just sit there and then like kind of zone out.
We're just these intruders invading their home, and getting close feels messed up.
I think I scared them all away. Oops. We hopped back into the car and we're still driving along the prairie dog town, and we see two coyotes just roaming here. I wonder if the prairie dogs feel threatened by them.
They probably are. They're predators. As we drove down the South Unit Scenic Drive, the wildlife quickly took over the rest of our afternoon.
We're so blessed. We've seen so many deer on this loop. Jeremy's photographing all the deer that's on the side of the road. It's a huge herd of them. So amazing, so cool. I love the deer. Wow. These horses are majestic.
After driving around the South Unit Scenic Loop, we saw a ton of animals, interesting badlands formations, and we stopped here at Wind Canyon for a beautiful, beautiful sunset. You can see the bend of the river and a canyon that's carved and shaped not by water, but wind primarily. It's really, really a great way to end this first half day in Theodore Roosevelt National Park.
Good morning, it is a brand new day. Today, the temperature dropped by quite a bit. It is in the high 40s today, and right now we're driving to the Painted Canyon side of South Unit, and then afterward we're going to drive to the North Unit. I think between yesterday and probably this morning we will see most of the South Unit. So we decided that we will drive an hour north to explore the North Unit too.
We've entered the Painted Canyon section of the South Unit of Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and greeting us is an enormous bison. The Painted Canyon is absolutely beautiful. You can see the different colors in the badlands and the different hues of orangish red, and it is really cold, so we have got to keep moving.
It's great, but I'm cold. After an hour of driving, we've reached the North Unit, and honestly, I feel like this is a ghost town because we have not seen a single car here, and there's like nobody here.
So in the Badlands, there are porous layers of sediment. And so when mineral-rich water goes through the sediment, it actually acts like a glue, binding some of that sediment together. And these concretions, when they're in the form of spheres, they're called cannonballs. There are a bunch of them here, but it's not really clear to scientists why they form in specific shapes.
It looks like a giant acorn. Okay, I changed my mind. It doesn't look like an acorn. These look like giant chocolate malted balls. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna eat the Whopper. The chocolate malted balls.
You're not even on the right level. All right, now try. Cool how long ago they established this little shelter to preserve this viewpoint. They didn't know if it was going to be a national park at that time. They already had the foresight to know what a gorgeous scene this would be.
We're not able to go further because we're stopped by a bison traffic jam. There are about 30 to 40 bison here. They're crossing the road. There are a good number of babies here too. And these bison, the adult ones, are massive. We just drove past all the bison. I think there were actually more than 50, not 30 to 40. There's so many of them. They're just crossing. Honestly, I feel like I'll never get tired of seeing bison.
Pretty cold today, honestly, so it's really nice to be able to look at the bison from the safety of the car.
We saw another bison crossing just as we were leaving the north unit of the park.
So to put our takeaways in a nutshell for Theodore Roosevelt National Park, there's 3 major units in the park: a north unit, a south unit, and an Elkhorn Ranch unit. The north and the south units, it's really worthwhile to see both of these units. Both have a long scenic drive where you can drive along, stop at different pullouts, go for short walks or hikes, and see a lot of different animals from the comfort of your car. Especially on a windy and cold day like today, that's definitely something very, very welcome.
In the south unit, we enjoyed Wind Canyon, especially during sunset time. The river bend and the colors, it's just so beautiful, and you wouldn't know you're getting that kind of view from the parking lot. And it's a very short walk up.
1 to 2 days is definitely a great amount of time to be able to see all that these parks have to offer. You definitely need a car to get yourself around, but 1 to 2 days is just the right amount of time.
Seriously, this is the place to go for wildlife viewing. There's so many of them. They're everywhere. They're roaming around. We saw deer, we saw bison, we saw prairie dogs, we saw feral horses, deer, more deer, and what else have we seen?
Coyotes.
And coyotes, yes. It's great!
So we're here at mid to end of October, but if you actually come in the spring or early summer, you're more likely to see some of the vibrant colors along with some more comfortable temperatures. I would definitely look forward to seeing all of this landscape covered in green.
To be totally honest, this might not be a park that you go out of your way to see, but because I enjoy wildlife so much, this was a special treat.
And with that, we're headed back down to South Dakota, where we're gonna start a new series, a long series of videos in South Dakota. So stay tuned.
See you next video.
Yo, 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 yo. Turn around. Turn around, please. Hey. Good job, Jeremy.
We're here at the Painted Canyon. Why? I'm just trying to get my energy and my warmth up by rapping. Yeah. Okay, no, don't do that.